Hello there, beautiful souls, and welcome back to my channel. I'm back with a new tutorial and I'm super excited about today's topic, as it is a topic that many of you have been writing me about in the comments and asking a couple of questions, and I thought what better thing than to gather all the information and have a little sit down chat with all of you. I love these tutorials so much as it gives me a chance to just sit down and talk a little bit about certain topics and subjects that we all are passionate about. I enjoy so much chatting with you about these things in the comments, but sometimes it's a little hard to explain exactly what I mean in such a short, limited amount of space. So I thought, since this question always occurs time and time again, I thought I would make a dedicated video about it. So in this video we will talk all about how to choose your colors, how to settle for a color palette, and how to make it all harmonious and nice flow together. So many of you have been writing me that you struggle a little bit with choosing which colors and how to know which colors go well together. And these are some of the topics that we will talk all about in today's video. So grab yourself something cozy to drink, a warm blanket. I'm so happy that you're here, and let's get into this video. So I have here a little collection of some of my beloved coloring books that you've been seeing a lot of on my channel. It's really crazy how dear to my heart these all become, and when I look through them and just see how they all are filled with color, I just get so happy. And they all hold a memory from the day when I did it. It's really cute. I bet you feel the same way when you look back at those pictures and you just get happy inside because they just make me happy. And a lot of the reason for that is truly all coming down to obviously the image itself. I always love how it looks like on the back side. Obviously the image itself, but it also has a lot to do with the colors on that page. And for example, this one is one of my all-time favorites, my personal favorite that I've done together with you guys, and it means so much to me that you guys enjoy it just as much, and I've been watching it so much. That truly just means the world to me. And the reason is just because, for example, with this page, and we're gonna be babbling a lot in this video. I hope that's alright. I thought this is just such a huge subject that many of you have been coming to me in the most beautiful, kind, lovely comments, and I feel so for you when you say that you struggle with choosing colors, and it just means a lot to me that you trust me and follow along with my videos, because I want to give you guys exactly that. When you, how should I say this? A lot of people watch my videos for different reasons. I have a huge heart for all of you, and if I could hug you, I would. But I feel so much love for you and from you through my videos and through the comments. I carry you so deeply in my heart, and when you write that you watch my videos either way to just purely relax and unwind, or if you color along with me and love to follow along so that you don't have to use your brain and can just unwind after a busy day or a stressful moment in your life, and that means so much to me. Also because you sharing this with you has the exact same effect on me. And I love that we've found each other, you watching this video right now, because it's just beautiful to have a place where we can all unwind and be safe and lock out a lot of the loud noises from the outside world that can get pretty intense at times. So I'm very grateful for that you are here. A lot of times when I do these pages, I do it because I need it. And the thing that happens when I settle on colors, like for example on this page, is that I truly, when I sit down, just listen to what I feel and what I crave. So if I had a really stressful day and just really want to unwind and need something super cozy and warm hues and really feel like I can wrap myself in a blanket on the page, that's usually then the result. A page like this. I truly just listen to within what makes me happy in that moment. It can be something really like earthy, warm, beautiful hues like this, or it can be something really upbeat and cute, more like with pastel hues like this one, that just make you feel good. And that's where it all comes down to. Of course, it's a lot of things that you can think about, how you mix the colors together. Either way, colors that by nature go very well together, when you think about color theory, and also how to mix them so that you have certain elements that stand out, like here the fridge that is really the center of this image, and not have it blend too much in with all the rest. I've had some pages in the past where at the end the colors are so similar that it's really hard to read the image. For example, when I sit down to do the thumbnail, then I realized that you can't really tell from afar what is on the page. And here's another one from the challenge that I did, where I limited myself to the 36 skin tones pack. And it is also one that is just truly so warm and feels like it's wrapping you in a warm blanket. And it just makes me so happy. I mean, Girl Moments in general somehow holds my favorite pages. This is another one from Autumn that I absolutely love. I love how the colors came together in this one. That was so much fun to color. And a lot of you ask how I choose the colors, or how I somehow always manage to get them right. And it's really truly always a case of luck, I guess. I never plan my pages much in advance. What I like to do is to always draw a lot of inspiration from things around me. So since I started coloring, I mean, I've been drawing and painting most of my life, but since specifically starting coloring now, a little over a year ago, it's been a long, crazy journey, guys. I noticed, and I said this in a previous video, I noticed that I start noticing the world around me in a different way. So I love to take inspiration from things that I see around me. If it's a sunset, which is now in winter extremely beautiful with so many different hues, or if it's a cozy atmosphere, nature has the most beautiful sources of inspiration, as you find in nature colors that beautifully fit together. If it's a beautiful sunset where the blues and the pinks and the purple play together, if it's a forest with these deep green leaves in contrast with beautiful flowers, or autumn leaves with dark bark, wooden trees, you have so much contrast and beautiful harmonies to be found in nature. And if you're out on a walk, if you're in the city, if you're in nature, if you're in your neighborhood, try to look around and see what colors are there. But there's just so many hues that you can combine, taking inspiration from nature. And what I, for example, did with this image was that I wanted to do something really coffee lover aesthetic. So I wanted to use lots of cappuccino coffee colors, like here the counter, the walls, the poster, and inspired from a coffee shop. I thought, okay, what would be the theme color? And I all think that we know what this is inspired from. But I really love the combination with this warm brown orangey contrasted with the green, which is also in the color palette two colors that harmonize very, very beautifully with each other. And it's all about just finding the hues that go well together. So if you have, for example, your swatch sheets and you feel like doing something like this with really warm coffee hues, so you can take your sheets, for example here, the orange and the green, and really play with what colors will match good together. So you have, depending on if you have a big one like this or even a smaller one, you can kind of see from the swatch sheet what colors would harmonize with each other. For example, here we have a very nice, a little earthy orange. It's not like this very poppy orange, more like this a little saturated, and then you have next to it one that looked like it will be perfect shadow or addition to that. As of this one has a little bit of a different hue. This looks kind of like one that is just richer and darker, and for all the colors you will always find this, even here, this green grayish brown. You have here a brighter one and one that will be a nice shadow color, and here as well. So you find on your swatch sheet, if you have a big one like this, you see that the different hues do have a grouping. Of course, we could go into detail now about the color codes with the yellow green and the green and the blue green. That is a little bit of a help as well. But you really see, for example, these yellow greens go really nice together with these, and then you have more cooler green tones that obviously also would go nicely together. So it's really just about having a look at your colors and figuring out, here you have some warmer reds, and then you go into the more cooler red pinkish, and you can really group them together to get very nice harmonizing pictures. So with this picture, I took inspiration from everything coffee, iced coffee, coffee in a mug, and what you can do, which is really helpful, is to go on Pinterest and search out what you're going for. If it's a coffee shop like this, it's extremely helpful to train the eye to see what colors can be seen in this image, for example. So what I like to do is to either way take inspiration from my surroundings. If it's a cute wrapping in the food grocery store, if it's a sunset, if it's nature, if it's a sweater that a friend is wearing that has really cute colors, I really like to take inspiration everywhere. And another great source that you can use to train the eye to see what colors do exist in a certain atmosphere is that you can go on Pinterest and search out, for example, in this case, coffee shop aesthetic or coffee lovers, and then take, for example, these pictures and draw, okay, what colors do I see here? What hues of brown do I see? What hues of wooden do I see? What kind of saturation? Are they dark? Are they warmer side? Are they more on the cooler side? And then take your swatch sheet and try to imitate what you see in the picture. And I find that's an extremely good exercise to train your eye to see, really to see what you're seeing. I hope this makes sense. But to train your eye to recognize what you are seeing and what colors do go together to create the thing that you're seeing, where you feel warm or you feel happy. The same goes for a sunset. It's very easy to say that we've all seen a beautiful sunset, but have we really thought about what hues it consists of? If it's orange, if it's pink, if it's kind of like a bright baby pink, or if it's more like a purple, is there really a lot of blue there? And the more you do this, I can only speak from my own experience, the more you train your eye and your belly feeling to what colors go good together. So I've been doing this a lot. As I obviously post 2 or 3 videos a week. Now it's been 3 videos since 2 months, and I'm enjoying it so much. And I love that you're enjoying it too. But I color a lot, so it comes to a point where you train with repetition, you train your eye, you train your instinct, and you get so much experience as well, because you've tried so many color combinations and figured out, okay, what works, what doesn't work together, and also what you like, what you don't like, because that's extremely personal, and it should be a personal experience, because this is your creativity that can just have free running and be set free. So it's so fun to feel how it changes in you, and how you then after a while just know, okay, I want to have these colors in the sunset, I want to have a coffee shop with this really nice warm hues, and you will learn how you build them to get this really rich with using the darker shadows and everything. So the same goes for this one. I just love this one so much. So that was a lot of my inspiration, taking from this really cute bakery coffee shop, autumn, lots of autumny colors like pumpkin spice. The autumn leaves was a heavy inspiration for this, and it's really cool because there's here obviously no autumn leaves or pumpkins, but using the big centerpieces like her coat and the curtains, and here the leaves in contrast to the green and the skin tones or the brown tones, it becomes a very harmonious end result. And also to mix, this is another topic, to mix the heavy colors with the lighter colors. So since I had here a very heavy and drawing a lot of attention to this jacket, which was my intention as well, because I wanted her to be in the centerpiece as well as the bakery, I used intentionally a brighter surface behind her, and also here in the window, and neutral ground, so that the attention falls more on her in the image than everything that is happening. And that's something to play around with too, to go darker and brighter, and just know where you want to draw the attention in your image. Here, for example, I wanted to do a completely different type of sunset that is like an early sunset where you have lots of yellow and orange and pink tones, very warm, which is completely different to this sunset that has a lot of purple in it. And what really always helps is to pull out pictures of a sunset, and there's so many and they're all unique, and just let yourself inspire, and always try to do different things. Here is another one, really cute one. So that's a huge tip that I can give you, to take these pictures. For example, here also I wanted to create a picture that was this really wintry, lots of different hues of blue and purple, and have some warmth in there to brighten it up. This is one of my all-time favorite pages. Also inspired a lot by images that I remember from my childhood books, where you have all these different hues of blue to imitate a night where all the colors kind of get muted by the night sky. So even though the grass will be green, it will come across as blue. And I just love to play around with these things, being very intentional with adding certain warmth points, like the dog, here the lamp, the glow of the moon, a little bit. I didn't want it to be a sunset, I wanted it to be imitating that there's a city behind the mountains that light up, and here the pillow and a little bit the blanket and the shoes. And that was so much fun. So much fun. I love this page a lot. Remember, I did this one on my birthday in December. yeah. And there I took a lot of inspiration from these very beautiful wintry Norwegian, which is my home country, images to just imitate that very Arctic, cold night winter sky. And here's something that is then completely different, which has lots of beautiful pinks and blues and turquoise, kind of inspired by a little bit retro look in there. I can go crazy on Pinterest. I find so many beautiful inspirational photos to just see what kind of colors go well together. And for example, one of the later images that I did was a candy store. Oh, I think it was in here. Wait. I did a candy store, and there I just got so inspired by a milk carton that I'd seen somewhere that was like this really pink, white, and red. And I just searched out some candy store photos of this really old school 50s, 60s candy store, and just got so inspired by all the beautiful pinks and turquoise and blues. And it just really helps putting the colors together and letting yourself get inspired by it. Same goes for this one. Oh, this is another one that I love. The colors just are so cute together, so harmonizing. This one. This one makes me so happy. And I just was craving some nature and earthy tones and lots of green lush colors. There I was just searching out some greenhouse inspiration, just to because you obviously know how something like that would look like, but when you really sit down to choose your colors, you ask yourself, okay, what colors would there be actually? So someone really cute right now. Thank you so much. Now I'm a mastery of coloring potted plants. I found them so cute. I mean, this is so sweet. So you can really go completely overboard when it comes to color choices, and I love to always try out different combinations. And for example, here lots of yellows and greens to make it really just pop. Here this was in summer, like really this beach underwater vibes. Here you see a lot of more traditional colors of green, red, blue, and way more stronger. And it's really fun to play around with different combinations. Here you see one that I did really strong pinks together with this nice seafloor, which I found so funny. And that's something that I like to always mix up, to alternate between doing some really natural, earthy, calm. Oh, I love this one. This one I did recently, and I just was inspired by lavender honey, which I recently discovered, and I just needed to bring that to life with some purple in there. Inspired obviously by honey and all the beautiful, beautiful colors of honey, together with that very yellow green. It just harmonizes beautifully together. So it helps a lot to just to feel into yourself what you have lust for in that day. Do you want to have something really upbeat and colorful and strong colors that go together, or do you need some comfort and want to feel very soft and cuddly? And really draw inspiration from that. If you had a nice coffee and the aesthetic was super cute in that cafe that you were, or if you've been to a a nice place in the woods or the park, I love to just draw inspiration from the things that I see around me. And usually that's when the magic happens. And this book, Little Corner, is also one of my old school favorites. And here you have a lot of, this is again, oh, such cute page with all that nice pastel colors, like this 50s ice cream shop, where I've done a lot of pages that are really pastel-y and soft, like this one. I don't know if you guys remember this one. And it all just is things that I've seen somewhere in a photo, or things that I would love for my things to look like, or something that I have at home inspired. Like this PC was inspired by my old laptop that had that exact same color. And I love purple, as you might know by now. And this cloud mat here was inspired by Prince, obviously, in his cloud suit. And then I have pages where I go just all out with darker, stronger colors and make this really moody, rich scenery. And I love how this one turned out. I think this one we did together in a tutorial as well. If you want to check out, here we did how to blend a night sky, and I think also a little bit how to choose colors. But I love how this one turned out. I think this was the first one that I did when I got my second set of pastel colors. Let's see, here we go now. Time flies so fast. Oh, and this is the first one that I did in this book, when I still just had the 48 pack. And it's just so funny to see that now, because, and this is what I want to say to all of you, you evolve so much with each picture, and you get so many new ideas, and you get so many new techniques, and you have colors that you discover how beautiful, either way you love them or how well they go together, and you get new ideas to constantly just evolve yourself. Like now I maybe would have done different things with this picture, and it's really just interesting and beautiful to see that evolution. And lastly, I wanted to show you this book. I love this one so much. And somehow the pictures in these have a lot of the same hues, because when I see these pictures I just see all these beautiful rich purple hues. And this is also one of my favorites. I love how this one turned out. Love the little glow of the of the thing there. So it's really just all about feeling into yourself what you enjoy, what you find beautiful, and have fun with it. That's the biggest advice that I can give you. Just enjoy the process. Don't be afraid to experiment. That's what this is for. There's nothing more beautiful than to just let your creativity run completely free. And it means a lot to me that you trust me and that you follow along, and it makes me so happy in my heart when you write me that you're so proud of how the page turned out, because you followed along and you feel really confident and made you feel good and made you feel relaxed. I am so grateful for all of you, and I hope this video could give you some inspiration on how to maybe go about choosing your colors when you set out to do a page without following along with me, or when you feel a little adventurous and want to try something. It brings me the biggest joy that you're here, and it brings me the biggest joy when you share with me your finished pages. Please come say hi on Instagram. The name is the same as here, Caro's Art Studio. I would love to see your pages, and I love when you share them with me. That means the world to me, and I would love to reshare them on my channel for the community, so we can all see what each which one of us has colored. So come say hi. I will leave the name somewhere here, and it will mean the world to me if you come say hi. And I've been having so much fun sharing more on Instagram. I've obviously had it for a while but never posted really that much, and it makes me so much joy to connect further with all of you there. So come say hi. And I hope this video could be of help. I know that we did not color in this video, but it was intentional so that we could talk more about color choices, how to choose your color palette, and just show you a bunch of examples. And I hope that it was helpful in some way. I would love for you to let me know in the comments if there's another subject that you would love to talk more about. If there's anything you're uncertain about or would just love to chat about, feel free to write me in the comments. My aim is to create these sets of tutorials to give you all the tools that you need to let that imagination run free that you have inside of you. So thank you so much for watching. And if you're still here, I appreciate you so much. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!